You're listening to the Simplifiers podcast, where we take topics in business and in life and simplify them. Award-winning event producer and educator Mary Baird Wilcock, CSCP, will help you break it all down, figure it out, and spark you to do the thing. It's time to simplify. Here's your host, mentor, and undercover superhero, Mary Baird Wilcock.
Hello and welcome back to the Simplifiers podcast. Look at you shine. You found the secret to a better life. When we simplify, we thrive in every single way. And on Fridays, we release a short bonus episode highlighting a super thought of the day. These mini episodes will help you spark new ideas, new ways of thinking, or simply challenge some old beliefs that you might have. And today, I want to talk about how to hire your very first VA. That stands for virtual assistant. If you're drowning in admin work and your to-do list never seems to get done, you're going to want to pull out your pen and paper and take notes today. I'm going to simplify it all down for you, demystifying what to look for, how to ensure they're a good fit, and how to know what to delegate off to your VA and what tasks you should hang on to. Okay, let's dive in. So, have you ever dreamt of hiring a virtual assistant? Well, great, because there comes a time where your small business totally hits a turning point. It's where you either must grow your team or you decide to just keep it small. And the good news is that there's never been an easier time to build your team without massively growing your payroll than right now. You see, a virtual assistant is not a 40-hour-a-week employee. And friends, that's a good thing for you. Here's why. One, they get the work done way faster. There's no downtime. There's no paying someone who's just scrolling through Instagram while they're on the clock. Two, they're highly skilled talent who are specialists in 2 to 3 areas. And three, since you hire them for a very small handful of hours per project or task, you now have got access to this talent without blowing the bank or having to pay for insurance or benefits or vacation pay. Remember, a virtual assistant is a business owner just like you. They're not an employee. And I have to be honest, the very first time I hired a virtual assistant, it was a wee bit scary. Bottom line, trust issues. I was thinking, who could really do it as good as me? That's what I thought. I'm the one who turns the crank on this business. I've got to do it all or something will drop. Well, hello, newsflash, Mary. When you tried to do it all, you did, in fact, drop super important balls. Come on, how silly was I? Don't be like me, you guys. Don't be like, old me. So here are 3 simple tips on how to hire your very first VA. Tip number 1, here's what to look for. Your next VA must possess the following qualities, in my opinion. They have to be excellent communicators. I find the very best VAs have a pre-built system to keep you updated on their progress with the work that's been assigned, and they have a simple way to ask and answer questions. They work independently and on their own hours, but they also know how to keep you up to speed with simplicity and ease. They've also got to be super organized. Let's just say their sock drawer is a thing to be admired, and their spice cabinet, and their Google Drive folders too. This talent translates in the quality of work that they provide to you, which, as we all know, will help you drop your shoulders and say, in satisfaction. They also have to know their stuff. They don't need to know all things. They just need to really, really know their specific niche or skill, whether that's managing your schedule or helping you create systems and processes or stepping up as your superhero webmaster. They are experienced, and this type of work totally lights them up. So stop looking for a unicorn VA that can do all the things, just a VA for particular types of skills and assets. That's what you want to look for. Also, they want to see you win. Again, they see you as their client, not as their boss. This is a really important paradigm shift. Your VA wants to deliver impeccable customer service and exceed your expectations. Why? Because when you win, they win. Because when you see results, trust is built, and then you'll outsource more projects to them. You guys, if you get this relationship right, you'll never feel like you're having to hold your teammate's hand ever again. Okay, phase 2, how to ensure that you've got a good fit. Before you say yes to your first VA, please, please, please make sure the following are true. 1, you click. I believe that trust and respect are the 2 pillars to success. I mean, this doesn't happen unless you've got rapport that grows over time, project to project. So I want you to trust your gut when you're working with your VA. And remember, most times you'll likely meet them via a video call and never actually meet them in person. So you want to make sure, are you both aligned? Are you vibing and on the same page? I would encourage you to give them a small task and see how they do with it. Once completed, if it's not a match, ask to be reassigned to a different person for the next project or task. And if it's a match, you guys keep going because there's something good there. 2, you gotta be able to accept help. Friends, I say this with love. It sounds silly, but as a card-carrying type A control freak myself, this one is so important. I mean, you could have the total ultimate VA ready to help you, but if you can't let go bit by bit of the nitty-gritty tasks that are weighing you down by handing it over to them, you guys, this isn't going to work. Face the fear, go karaoke the Frozen song, and my friends, get over it. Your business is begging you to outsource the boring stuff. Your mental health is whimpering too, so listen and accept the help. Also, you feel less stressed, not more. That's when you know it's a good fit. I mean, we're all about simplifying over here at the Simplifiers. Yes, there is some ramping up at the beginning of working with a new VA. I mean, that's come to be expected. But if days or weeks later, this relationship is causing you more stress than less, there's something wrong. That's the beauty of hiring a VA in 5-hour blocks. You simply wrap up that project and move on to, say, a different simplifier on our VA team for the next task. In contrast, when you hire a full-time employee, you sink tons of cash and training and resources into this one person. That's why so many dread having to hire an employee. It's a pain to have to find a new person. You waste cash, and more importantly, you waste your time. So say it with me. Ain't nobody got time for that. The third phase I want to talk about is defining what you're delegating. Okay, so woohoo, you've hit your turning point, you're ready to outsource. So now what? I need you to do these 3 steps. First and foremost, you've got to gain clarity. Write it down. What is it you're going to delegate off to them? The first way to do this is to set a magic 7-minute timer. Yes, I love 7 minutes. And write at the top of your journal 2 columns, heck yeah and hell no. I want you to brain dump onto paper every single task you handle currently in your business, the things that you do in particular. And if it's something you love doing and it totally energizes you, put it in the first column with heck yeah. If it's something that drains you or feels soul-sucking or totally depletes your creativity, it's a hell no, friend. All the answers sit inside you right now. It's time to journal it out on paper to gain clarity. Once you've done that, step 2 is make a choice. Okay, so looking at your hell no's, can you bundle these into categories? Maybe like admin, machine work, or social media, or graphic design, website maintenance, or something else. Okay, now I want you to rank them. If you could delegate one category or task off of your plate today, which would you gladly let go of right here and right now? I mean, congratulations, superhero. You now have clarity on what to outsource first. Okay, so step 3, keep it simple and small. Brilliant. You're making progress. The next step is to write up a simple, concise, creative brief on that task or project, outlining the specifics of the work that you're about to delegate. And friends, think in bullet points, not like research paper. Imagine you're describing it to an 8-year-old. I mean, simple, simple, simple. If it looks like a big project, how can you break it down into smaller bites? Okay, so last but not least, you've defined what you're going to delegate. You've figured out your relationships. Now here's your next step. Schedule a free 15-minute call with me. It's now time to hire a simplifier. But before you say yes to us, let's jump on a discovery call and chat about your upcoming tasks and projects. And I'll give you my advice on how many hours you'll need and if we've got someone on our team that can help you. I mean, if there's a better resource out there, I promise to point you in that direction. So visit thesimplifiers.com/VA to book a call with me. I'm here to simplify your life. So let's get going, friend. And just one final whisper, just from me to you, dear friend, coming closer. Letting go looks sexy on you. No, really, it does. When you let go of the grind of the machine work, I call this stuff lower yielding tasks, and focus on sales, client relations, and the tasks that light you up, otherwise known as higher yielding tasks, you, my friend, are doing your best work, living your best life. But that can't happen until you let go. And up to this point, I totally get it. Your entire business ran because you turned the crank and did all the things all the time. But just imagine what your life would be like if you did less. If you found experienced people you could trust and work with as your virtual team, so you can shine with your clients and feel energized every time you flip open your computer. All of this is possible. It just requires you to take the very next step out in faith. A tiny investment here can deliver in ways unimaginable later. So ask yourself, are you ready to step up into the new you who does less and accomplishes more? I think we all know the answer to that. You can do this. I believe in you. It's time to simplify. If this thought of the day inspired you, snap a photo of you doing the thing and send it to me via Instagram, either privately or publicly. Just tag the Simplifiers and I'll be your virtual accountability buddy in your quest to simplify your life. And thank you to all of y'all who've heard our call and left us a review on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate our super insiders and can't wait to feature you and your review on the podcast soon. And hey, if you haven't left a review yet, here's how to do it. Simply tell us what's one aha you've had in this past year while listening to the Simplifiers podcast. Then click on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, search for the Simplifiers, scroll down to ratings and reviews, click write a review, and voila, just a 1 or 2 sentence review of your top aha, and bam, that was so simple. Thank you guys so much. And a big thanks to our undercover superheroes at the Simplifiers podcast who help us create these episodes just for you each and every week. Susan Marie, our podcast editor, Jeffrey Lynn, our video editor, Janine Yardley, our show notes editor, Leiden Yardley, our director of brilliance, Manminder Athwal, our blogger. Our advisory board includes Aubrey Nowitzki, Chris Justice, and George Mills. And I'm your host, Mary Baird Wilcock. Thank you so much for listening and telling your peeps about us. And as always, friends, keep things simple.
Thanks for listening to the Simplifiers podcast. Find the show notes for this episode and all others at thesimplifierspodcast.com. Know someone in your life who needs to simplify? Be a hero and share our podcast with them. And we will see you here next time. As always, keep it simple.